Alright, so let's see what size is these. Of course, it's a 5 mil. What size is this? Yeah, that's nice. Also a 5 mil. So funny, you guys were like, "Let's do some great content for the channel." Like, I get the passive aggressiveness, like, kind of a piece of shit. It'll be some great content. I get it, guys. I wanted a cheap dirt bike. You know what? There's no such thing as a cheap dirt bike. Well, there is if you just want to ride a cheap dirt bike, but and you know, fix stuff as it breaks. I didn't want to do that. I wanted some nice things. Cheapest things would have been cheapest would have been a would have been a brand new beta. Not cheapest, I'm sorry. Least time consuming. If you're measuring my time in hours, that is. It would have been a brand new beta, under warranty. And then I still would have spent $4 or $5 grand in accessories. So all I'm doing with this one is just saving more money, but paying for things with my time. With a toddler upstairs and 2 jobs, I have so much time. It just helps. That's completely out, right? Okay, now how do I get this off? Get that there. Kind of a pain in the ass, isn't it? Well, first owner was just like me and Loctited stuff to shit. Just a complete Loctited son of a gun. I guess I have to loosen these guys up too. Is it a size 7? Nope. A size 8. Yep. There's that. These handlebars are not happy with me. All right, these are some screws here. Why do they have? Why is this brake line coming up like that? Wouldn't it be coming down? I guess not. It looks weird coming up like that. All right, let's get back to our 5 mil and take this other handguard off. What, the other side? I shit you not, the other side outer bolt is a totally different size. Looks like it's a 6 mil. This wasn't even tight on the bottom. But no, neither was this. Neither of these were tight. They just to turn in freely. I guess I was right to order handguards. That's not the only reason why I ordered handguards, but this screw was already starting to strip before I even looked at it. Yeah, I think I'm good here tonight. I hear the baby freaking out upstairs, so I think we're good here tonight. Hear the baby too. Yeah, I don't know what. At one point, somewhere this week, I want to get the coolant drained into a reservoir, and then I can do the Trailtech Voyager Pro temp sensor, and I can install the Beta 4T radiator kit, which the plug is right there for it. So get that installed. Once that's done, I think I want to, I don't know, I think I want to check the valves. I don't know how to do it, but I think I want to check the valves. It probably requires that I order a valve cover gasket, right? I should at least check the spark plug. I'm in here, right? Check the valves and the spark plug while I'm in there. It'd be so easy to install a sound bomb and an FMF exhaust. But that's another $1,000. So that's another $800. So, and there's stuff like this. Like, how do you do greasing like steering heads and stuff like that? I've never done that before. Do I take that apart too? I've never done that before. I guess I should Google this stuff. I end up going through this entire bike, aren't I? But it's gonna be beautiful when I get this done. Well, day 2, not much has happened so far. We have our grips taken off on both sides. I really want to get a throttle tamer, but again, I gotta be reasonable here. We drained the coolant this morning, which was pretty easy. So coolant has been drained. Hoses, they look pretty good. They're pretty simple. I don't think we need to replace these anytime soon. I had an issue that I found. That's not broken, but we did drain from this bolt down here. This is the Trailtech temp sensor, so I need to go to AutoZone. I need to I need to cut this probably there and put this in line, and I need another clamp or two to clamp this down for the radiator so I can measure the temperature onto the Trailtech. That's not the issue though. The issue is, well, I also got installed, sorry, we're gonna get there. I also got the new radiator fan installed. This is upside down, obviously. This is the lower portion, but that's installed. The previous owner had already had this installed once, so the taps were already present. So I was able to just screw into those, which was great with the included hardware. And of course, there's this plug right here, which I'll use for the sensor, which as you can see, lines up with that. The issue that I discovered when I pulled this right side off is this, notice anything different here? Yeah, it's already been impacted right there. So you can see how that's already been squeezed in. So this radiator is 275 from Beta. As you can see, it's fine. I'm gonna remount it. It worked fine, but you can see how that has been squoze in the past. So you've got nice pretty vents all the way up except for right there where that comes in. And I looked up top, and I don't see up top where, I don't see any cracks here, right? So I think we're okay, but to remount it, but just annoyed, that's all. All right, so yeah, the project continues. I do believe that I probably need to proceed with doing the valve check, even though I really don't want to. The problem is with the Beta is there's a safety, nut right there. So the others are like normal T25s or T30s, and this one requires a special tool. Just do a friggin' valve check. It's ridiculous. Well, we have this back in here now. So I've fastened this all back together. I just staged up this hose. This is where I'm gonna put the sensor. I have some wires here I can use to. Ooh, where does that go to? There's all kinds of stuff that's just exposed. That's what you get when you buy old bikes. Anyway, I need to do more than just put a piece of orange tape around that. Anyway, I have some wires here I can use to run all this up. And so I'm gonna use this OEM loom, and I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna put that that water sensor from Trailtech right there. And then I'll basically let the wire come down and run straight this loom up to the Trailtech sensor. I'm not happy with the health of these fins. I'm not happy that this right side is bent. Probably the left side is bent too. I'm not happy about that, but I just want to get the bike rideable. And then over the winter, as funds allow and as time allows, I'll replace more of these parts and make it, you know, make it more to Adam's liking, where stuff is like the Husky, where it's all in really wonderful, fantastic shape. But for now, we're just trying to get it running. So I want this fan on here. We have this all wired up here. I need to put this wire into here and cable manage, but essentially we're good on having a fan now, which is nice. Now we just need to get that Trail Tech sensor in, and then I believe I need to order a special tool. I can't just, like right there, I can't just manage that. I need to get a special tool to get that out of there so that I can actually do a valve check. So it's disappointing, but anyway. All right, on to the cutting. Well, will that work? We'll see. That comes down to there. That goes in there. We've definitely reduced our airflow coming out this side with the radiator fan and this hose the way it is. But now we have this temp sensor that we can wire up into that Trail Tech Voyager Pro. Now I need to finish the wiring of this radiator fan, and then I think we're good to proceed on to the next thing. Well, this is okay for now. So we have yellow zip ties coming around. That's into that loom right there, and then I have it just staged right there on the front of that wiring loom. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do next. Obviously the suspension is still being, is this leaning? It's default. No, it's fine. The suspension is still being worked on. I do need to order a couple more things. I also don't know how to install a chain, so I need to order a chain link tool, I think, and a master link for the chain that's coming. I should have ordered the master link with the chain, but I didn't do that. Okay, let's look at what I have over here. Let's figure out what's next. We can't do fluid. We should go ahead and get our coolant back in. So yeah, okay, coolant should probably be next. We don't need to do the battery yet, although I could do the battery, I guess. We can't do any fluids because we don't have any, I can't do brake fluid without the wheels on. I can't do oil and transmission fluid because I don't have a way to drain it. With that, we can go ahead and do grips and hand guards. Sure. And then I guess I can go and wire up the Trail Tech. Would be a next project, right? Get the Trail Tech Voyager Pro wired in as well. But I can't do the skid plate. I could do the license plate bracket in here. I can do that. These are all tiny little things, but and the air filter is basically new, although it needs to be oiled. That air filter is dry. So I need to oil that air filter. So, okay, there's stuff to do. I need to also figure out how to get into these valve covers to check the valve clearance. But I think for now, yeah, I should get coolant back in those radiators. So I will forget about that. That's something I will forget about because this is how I am. And I'll go and get the Trail Tech Voyager Pro mounted, it goes here, and wired in. And then I can replace the battery and oil the air filter, and that's probably it for tonight. I can also go ahead and put in these the brake and clutch levers as well in there. This can get done as well. Yeah, we have more stuff we can do. Let's do the coolant first. All right, engine ice is in. So this was a half gallon and we used about 0.7 of it. So that's done. We're topped off. I will, after I run it, I will check again, but it's at the very top of the fins. Obviously, I need to run through it, so I'll run through it, and then I'll check the levels again after it's been started. There's no fuel tank or exhaust on it right now. Next up, we have this is the Unibat. I have no idea how old. Thing is, like, cheap insurance. I have no idea how old this battery is. This is a 32 watt hour with 150 cold cranky amps. This is a 42 watt hour, 4 amp chart. I don't know what the cold cranky amps is, but same size. Drop that in there, and then we also have a new heavy-duty battery strap from Beta that's going to replace the zip tie that was holding it in before. So it appears to install this strap from Beta, you disconnect whatever the hell this thing is first, and then you can, does this go like this? You kind of wire that in there on both sides. I need two hands. I'm going to cut my finger, which I almost did. Well, we have put in the anti-gravity battery with the restart button right there to start it back up. And then we have this heavy duty battery strap on here. So everything is in order. Let's go back to doing the Trail Tech Voyager Pro wiring.